see what you will do. Everyone's looking at you. Oh, oh, oh. Everyone's wondering, will you come out tonight? Everyone's trying to get it right. Get it right. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance.
Kim, tell us what you did with your weekend that meant that you weren't able to meet up with the rest of the party for a D&D session.
Okay. So Kim's weekends tend to be pretty busy, though she can definitely extricate herself from some of her brother's various sporting meetups if she would like to. But this time she did attend a number of those events. So Friday night there was probably, I don't know, what time of year is it? What sports in season?
Oh, it's fall.
Okay.
So that means soccer and lacrosse. Cross-country running?
Football?
No lacrosse. Let's do she went to a soccer match that Ray played in. Ray's her closest brother in age and in spirit. And they got pizza after. So Friday nights are pretty cool. And then went to sleep. And the next morning is the most important day of her week. Saturday mornings she goes to her karate class.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to send you guys, are any of you in Hangouts?
Yes, I believe I am.
Okay, I'll send you the picture of my karate instructor. So this is the karate instructor. And,
whoa.
Yeah, she's hardcore. Her name,
Wow.
Her name is Ms. James.
Awesome.
Or just Sensei. And she is deadly serious. There is no laughing in karate. There's no fun in karate, except that to Kim it is absolute heaven. It is a very almost bizarrely intense class for a bunch of 11-year-olds to be in. It's a very small class because karate is just not huge in Cogni. So it's mostly kids around Kim's age, but there are a few younger and older kids just to fill out the class, but there's only about 8 students at any given moment. And Ms. James really puts us through the motions and takes it very seriously. And Kim always leaves the class feeling just totally pumped. So after that class, this time around, she did not go to any of her brother's sports meets. Mom took her shopping for some more appropriate school clothes because Kim has been wearing nothing but basketball shorts and baseball Little League t-shirts to school. And Mom says Kim's a young lady now and needs to dress like one. So we went to the mall. And then Sunday morning we did go to church, of course. And then after church we went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Perfect.
The other church.
Yes, the other church. And then, spent the day watching TV and doing homework. So that was Kim's weekend.
Excellent. The only thing I'm missing is the name of that dojo, Kim.
The dojo is called... Ooh, I hadn't thought about this. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Wait, didn't we decide that it was a combination dojo and something else?
Oh, was it a combination dojo and we had a lot of things I think we were trying to mash it up with.
What is the sound of one hand slapping? I think we can. I think she can, as a marketing ploy, right? She could put humor in there as a marketing ploy, but she does. Yeah. She doesn't. It's actually all business there.
I think she also wouldn't be,
or she doesn't get the joke.
Yeah, I don't think she would get the joke. I think she would name it something ridiculous and not realize it was silly. Let's see.
Not Cobra Kai, but.
I want it to be the 36th chamber of the She-Lin, and it's all girls, but I think that would not.
No, it's karate, not kung fu, so we have to be come on.
And there should be boys in the class.
All right.
Something dragons.
Ooh, Kikatopia.
Kikatopia.
Oh my god. Sakura to me, baby.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that was such a reach. I'm just drawing for anything.
Oh, I want to do something with belts, and I can't come up with anything.
Ooh, belts is good. Belts is good.
Yeah, belts rhymes with things. Below the belt, below the black belt.
Black belt in third dimension.
Black belt in realty.
Whoa, that's pretty good, Josh.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect, actually. She's in real estate. She's a real estate agent by day. And then on the weekends, in the back room of the real estate office, she teaches kids karate. And it's just called Black Belt Realty.
This fucking rules. No one is more fucking into karate than a part-time karateist. This kicks ass.
Right. Yeah. Like that's where she gets all satisfaction in life from. She is buying and selling, helping people buy and sell houses in Cogni.
Say it again, Josh.
Black belt realty.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I love it. So yes. So Saturday morning, Kim has a ritual every morning. She gets up and she does a series of stretches that she's entirely made up. On the floor of her bedroom. She goes downstairs feeling very limber and has her usual morning stack of donuts. And then her dad says, all right, Kim, we're heading out downtown, I guess. I don't know where Black Belt Realty is. We'll have to look for it on the map. She gets into the passenger seat of the...
Astro van?
Oh, excellent. Yes, the Astro van.
Van or Astro van.
Yeah. With whatever brothers need to be driven to whatever other things as well. But she gets dropped at the door and then she just enters her, what she thinks of as her real world, the karate world.
Nice.
For exactly 75 minutes every Saturday.
Of kicking and punching. And I actually think that there are several students there who actually are scared of you, right? I think you are have an intensity that both Miss James recognizes and the other students loathe.
Yeah, Kim is absolutely like mimicking Miss James. Like this is her picture of female perfection.
Awesome. Great. Okay.
Janes. I'm not sure how it's spelled.
Oh, I spelled it Janes. Is it different?
Yeah, let's do that.
Miss Janes? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ms. Janes.
As a sidelight, she has a monthly magazine about military power across the world.
On Thursday nights, she teaches self-defense to women in the community.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, yep. She does.
Oh, you want a piece of my heart? You better start from the start. You wanna be in the show? Come on, Daddy, let's go.
All right. Let's see, Tommy or Randall, you guys got things that you're doing on your weekend?
So this is the weekend after I got the possum, or is it the possum story?
Oh my God, it's after you got the possum.
All right, cool. All right, well.
So the possum is a part of your life.
Because you've been feeding it, right? You had it on yeah, great. Yeah, so this is after.
So I've been taking care of Silly Tail for about a week now. So we're pretty good. I've been letting her out of the box at night when Mike isn't paying attention. So anyway, so it started off all right, I guess. Woke up around noon or so. But Mike was out in the front yard mowing a circle all the way down to the dirt because he was drunk again. So now we got a racing track out back. And then he locked himself in the outhouse. So Silly Tail and I had to dump in the woods. Pretty much all weekend.
Where was Silly Tail dumping before that?
Well, in the box, or I was trying to get her to use the outhouse, Because that's the rule Mike has. You can't live in the house unless you can dump in the outhouse.
So did you live outside for the first 2 years of your life?
I don't really remember. I think there was a woman involved at some point, but it's a ethereal, vague, shiny boob in my memory. I don't know.
Aww.
We were dumping in the woods and then heading down to the trash pit, see if there's anything good. Found a slingshot. Works half good. That's pretty good. And I found a new deer run that I want to try out at some point. But pretty much that and pulling Mike out of the outhouse when he had to go to work on Monday. That was pretty much it. But Silly Tail's awesome.
Did he sleep there Sunday? Sunday night?
Oh, yeah. If you call it sleeping.
Try not to fall through the hole, you know.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I kept having to pass bottles under the door, though, so, yeah. Because he hits a certain level of drunk where you got to keep feeding it, or else, when he comes down, it ain't so good.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that takes up your whole weekend. I feel like you really, like...
That's a jam-packed weekend.
Fetching bottles, getting a slingshot, pooping in the woods, practicing my Pippin lines with Silly Tail, and that's pretty much it.
You know what's going to be really great? I know we have to kind of build our relationships with our characters a little bit offset or off screen or whatever, but the first time we all go to each other's houses.
Oh. Yeah, will be intense.
Is going to be amazing.
Oh, I don't recommend it.
Valid, but I think we're still going to at some point.
I'm sure we're going to have to go find Tommy in the woods at some point.
Real good. Oh my God.
Everyone's looking to see if it was you. Everyone wants you to come through. Everyone's hoping it'll all work out. Everyone's waiting, they're holding you out. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. Hey, hey, everybody's going off the deep end. Everybody needs a second chance.
All right, Randall, what did you do? Took up your weekend. Too busy to play D&D. What's up? What's going on?
My life is just not as interesting as these schmoes. It was pretty standard weekend. Family dinner Friday night. We had tuna noodle casserole, which isn't my favorite, but that's you do what you have to do as part of a family unit.
Randall has such a adult perspective.
I got up early in the morning. I made time for me to watch the 2-hour block of GoBots, which, maybe not quite as good, but still they're quality. I know that people are down on them, but they're worth it. And then the big event of the weekend was our great aunt Edna came for a visit.
Awesome.
And that was definitely a thing. And I actually kind of like Aunt Edna because she says all sorts of stuff, and I can never really tell if it's supposed to be, if she's weaving a fantastic story for all of us, or if they're supposed to be literal truths. But anyway, they're all great. It's all great. But my parents get really stressed out. In fact, they got so stressed out that when Aunt Edna went on her way, they both just left.
Wait. Randall was just abandoned?
Well, no, I mean, they came back, but they didn't come back. They came back after I should have been asleep. So it was late. But my sister was nominally, my older sister, Janet, was supposed to watch me and my younger sister. She's, she could be worse at it, but she invited a couple of friends over. And then they got a movie. They got a VHS copy of Ice Pirates. Have you guys seen Ice Pirates?
I'm aware.
I don't think that I totally got it.
That was definitely my favorite movie as a kid.
I feel like there were parts that I really enjoyed, and then there were parts that were kind of scary, but they were like space herpes.
Correct.
And I know that's bad, but I don't really.
Space herpes?
I laughed.
There was also a African American robot that kicked ass.
Wait.
That was true. Yeah.
Wait.
So we watched Ice Pirates, and I think they laughed at everything. And I tried to laugh at everything, but some of the things I didn't really get. And also there was more potential crotch mutilation than I'm usually comfortable with in my films. So it kind of creeped me out, honestly.
This is a real movie?
It's a real movie, and I sort of just recently got rid of my boner for Angelica Houston from watching it.
I remember in college at one point coming back, going to the video store with a friend of mine, coming back with a bunch of movies that were all at the level of Ice Pirates. And I brought them and we showed them to everyone. And everyone basically were like, we're never sending you again. This is the last.
This looks awesome.
And that is why Josh and I are deep friends.
Deep friends.
And then Sunday, eventually my dad woke up. And it was yard work time.
What kind of yard work? I need to know specifically.
Well, we got the gutters last time, so this time it was, he calls it hedge trimming, but it's really just like sort of brutalizing the shrubs, just for hours at a time.
What tool do you use to brutalize the shrubs?
Well, he has one of those vroom, 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 vroom things, but he's never gotten it sharpened. So it's really like hitting them with a saw.
Your dad's dealing with a lot of stress, isn't he?
Well, he's not the best homeowner. I mean, our neighbors definitely do a better job. Don't tell him I said that.
I want to hear more about Aunt Edna.
Aunt Edna. Oh, she was great. She was a nurse in the Great War.
What the fuck?
And she met a lot of Frenchmen. And every time that comes up, my parents sort of kind of try to deconstruct the conversation. But Aunt Edna is like, yeah, I was popular. And I don't really know what she's talking about, but it sounded awesome. They sounded really nice. So,
please do a school history report on this.
I'm like, oh my God, that's a great idea. Yes, I think I have to.
So in the Great War? So she's like how old?
Which one's the Great War? Is that's Korea, right?
She's like 90-ish.
Oh, the Great War is actually World War I.
Yeah, so. That's what I was doing my math from.
It's possible that some of her details were faulty. I don't want to tell tales.
Whatever war she was in, it was great.
It did sound pretty solid. And there were Frenchmen involved. It is actually possible that she was not, in fact, at war. But I think, based on the accuracy and the detail, I think the Frenchmen were real. I'm going to say that.
Oh my God!
But yeah, so Aunt Edna, pretty good. She does like vermouth more than most people. I don't know what vermouth is either, but
sweet or dry?
Sweet, I think, is what she. Every about 15 minutes or so, I would have to go up and get her more. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know which side she was on. She was not clear on that point.
Vichy French.
Something about the Kaiser, but it was probably a role. Anyway, yeah. So that was, again, I don't have a really good excuse for missing D&D, but I couldn't get out of it.
Yep, great.
Family obligations.
No one would argue that what you were doing was not important. All of that sounded important.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad didn't think it was important, except for the shrubs.
He said with like a sort of distant, worrying tone in his voice.
Want a piece of my heart? You better start from the start. You wanna be in the show? Come on, baby, let's go. You want a piece of my heart? You better start from the start. You wanna be in the show? Come on, kitty, let's go. Oh, oh.
I for real want to watch a video of someone using an electric hedge trimmer that is so dull that you have to swing it hard into the things. There's like one section, like one little section that will still cut, and so you have to like move that one little section all over the whole thing. Oh man, I would love to see that.
Could you please rate and review the Dungeon Calling podcast? That would make me feel love for the first time in recorded history. For every 5-star review we receive, a kitten rides a pony into the distant sunset while AC/DC plays Endless Love. I am starting to tear up just thinking about it.